fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the Dragoku altar from the Change Heroes series for Avataro Sentai DonBrothers. And just right off the bat, the artwork here on the front looks amazing. I really love the style of artwork they've chosen for this series. Really, really cool. Up here we can just see a picture of the altar in robot mode, and then it shows us as number 6 in the series. Down here we have a little bit of that same artwork from the front. And then over here on this side showing us how, of course, with this line you can mix and match all the different pieces. And then over here we have some artwork of the dragon mode. Taking a look at the back, just kind of more of the same, showing us the dragon mode and the robot mode for the altar. It shows the altar gear for this, although I do not believe it's included. I think that was in Deluxe Set 5, I want to say. And then, of course, this is just showing how you can mix and match the pieces with other things from this line. So, pretty cool packaging. I'm going to go ahead, get everything out of the box, and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here is a pile of parts. This is how you get it in the box. Everything comes pretty much individually wrapped for the most part. I think they bundle the two legs together and then these two legs together. So these will be the robot legs or the back legs / tail of the dragon. You can see we have some nice gold paint there on the claws. We have the front legs or the arms in the robot mode, which also have some nice gold paint there. We have this large spear, which is made to look like the Ryuko no Geki. And this will be the weapon for the robot mode and the tail for the dragon. And then we have kind of the torso section here, which has some really nice paint applications. Got some gold here in the front. I really like the emblem here on the chest. Have some silver here. I kind of wish that that went all the way back. And also a little bit on the side, but I get it. Some nice silver here trim for the visor. We have some red for what will be the robot head, which is inside the mouth right now. But yeah, they all look pretty good. Assembly is pretty simple. I like to just do the assembly for you guys because they don't put the directions in the box anymore. So we will start off with the dragon mode. So we're just going to attach the legs right where you would expect to this section down here. And then you want to kind of bring these together. You want to swivel this at this gold piece here. That will swivel down like so. And then you have this little connector here on the inside where we're going to attach the spear, kind of sandwich that in there, and then just kind of bring the legs down like this. At this point, you can go ahead and lift the dragon head up like that, and then we're just going to straighten out these pieces and attach them right here. It's very simple assembly, and everything goes exactly where you would think it does. And there you go. There is our dragon mode. It's pretty nice length, honestly. This thing is pretty massive. It looks pretty good. You can open the mouth a little bit, but of course you're going to see the robot head if you do so. So maybe just kind of don't open it all the way. But it kind of looks like it's fire kind of coming out the sides of his mouth. You have some nice motion here for the head of the dragon. You have a swivel here and then kind of a hinge out to the side, as you can see. You have a swivel here. You have a bend there. You have a bend here, but there's a really kind of tight ratchet. And then you also have a swivel right here. Not really a tilt. I kind of wish these were ball joints, but they're not. But we do have ball joints for the back feet here. So in the dragon mode, you just have this swivel, and then you have this ball joint here for the foot at the ankle. But overall, he looks pretty good. And of course, his tail just fell out. So let's go ahead and pop that back in. And that just pegs together there. So let's go ahead and see. I'm going to bring in the Don Momotaro altar. This is the mini Pla version, but they're all compatible. I want to move the sword out of the way, so let me unpeg the sword. Come on, there we go. I kind of want to see if he can ride him, and I kind of think it should be doable. There we go. That's really cool. I like that a lot. I think it works perfectly. He kind of sits in there really nicely. And I'm pretty sure this should work for the Change Hero version as well. But yeah, this is pretty great. I love the look of him riding this. I think that's pretty cool. Alright, so transformation into the robot mode is pretty simple. We're going to go ahead and just split the legs apart back here so that we can take the spear out for the time being, and then we're just going to swivel these back down. There's kind of a nice little spot here where they naturally stop because they hit this piece of plastic. So just rotate those around until they stop. At this point, we're going to just kind of use the hinges here to kind of pop this out to the side. I like to use these thigh swivels as well, just to kind of give him, because he's very, very slender. So it's kind of hard to like spread the legs out unless you use all of the available articulation points. So he's got a swivel here. He's got a hinge out to the side. He's got a thigh swivel. And then he's got a hinge. So I kind of just like to like space these out. Maybe swivel this to the side. Bring this down a little bit. And then you can use those ankle tilts to kind of get him in a good pose. Something like that. Let me angle the camera up here. And at this point we're just going to bring these down. Use those hinges. Bring this down. And then swivel this at the wrist joint to put those claws kind of out to the side. And then at that point, we're just going to bring the head down, but open the mouth. Very much Voltron style. Exposing the face. And there you go. There is the robot mode. I'm going to go ahead and pop the gear on the back. This does not come with it. I just want to reiterate that. But there is a spot to pop it on the back here. This one I feel like doesn't integrate as well into the back as the Motaro one did. I mean, if you really don't like it, you can just take it off completely. But it does peg on there just like so. And there we go. There is our robot mode. We can take the spear, and it does have a peg right here. And that will just peg onto the inside of the hand. And we are all set. He looks good. He's got a ton of articulation. Not so much with the head. That kind of loses everything because of the way that opens up. But like I said, you do have a hinge there. You have the bicep swivel, elbow joint. You have the wrist swivel. And then you can move these around. This is on kind of a ratchet. He also has a waist swivel up here, kind of in the mid-abdomen section. And then I already went through the legs and everything. So pretty good amount of articulation. The Ultra gear doesn't really get in the way of anything, so that works. To do a little bit of size comparison, we'll once again bring in the Motaro Alter. Again, this is the mini-pla version, but it's about the same size as the Change Hero version. And then here is the Dawn Robotaro Change Hero. So you can see these two are roughly the same size. This guy is definitely much taller than both of them. He is a tall, lanky boy. But you can mix and match some stuff. I'm going to go ahead and give this guy the spear. Now, because this has kind of the long bar, the Change Hero figure can hold it because it just kind of clips in like this. But you won't be able to use it with the mini-pla because they have kind of solid fists and the stuff kind of pegs into it. So you won't be able to use it with him, but you can definitely use it over here. You can take like the shield off and clip this over here if you want. So you should be able to mix and match all the different stuff. He's got the clip on the front just like these two do. So you can clip all the different heads of the various Sentai alters. You can switch out arms, legs, anywhere there's a connection. Now, not on the elbow joints. You can see that they're on both sides, so you can't take those apart. But, oh, don't fall over you. You should be able to disconnect this at the bicep. So you can unpeg that there. You can unpeg this part. You can unpeg the hands. Now, this is kind of a smaller peg than everything else, so I don't know how many other things will be able to fit in here. But I would think you could probably swap hands with, like, the mini-pla. Let's see if we can give that a try. They're not going to work because they have those big ball joints, unfortunately. I really thought that was going to work, but that's okay. Let me peg this back in. And then, of course, you can pop this apart at the thighs here if you want. Again, the knee joint's pretty solid. I don't think that's coming apart. You could pop these off the ball joint if you want. I'm trying to think. Some of the other characters might have similar ball joints. But I don't really see the point in switching out the feet. But who knows? Maybe something down the line will want you to. But yeah, he's cool. He's just kind of a crazy, lanky robot. But I kind of dig it. I really love the color scheme. I love that he's compatible with most things. Switching out the pieces and things like that. And you can give his weapon to some of the other characters and things like that. So I think that's really fun. I think this guy's really, really cool. I like him a lot. The robot mode looks great. The dragon mode looks great. Nice paint applications. I do wish he had some more paint applications. I wish some of these continued over to the back because it looks kind of weird to stop halfway. I wish the weapon had some paint applications, but I get it, to keep these things on budget. Certain cuts must be made. Doesn't come with the altar gear. This is from Avataro Gear Set 5. Or I believe it's also available in like Candy Toy Gashapon, so you'd have to get that one yourself. But it does have a spot to connect there on the back. Yeah, overall, I like him a lot. He's a crazy, lanky robot, but I do appreciate that he has 2 modes, and I think both of them are very good. I do have to say that I think the Peach mode for Don Momotaro, not really that great, but this guy, both of his modes are viable. So I think that's really cool. I forgot to mention that I think this comes off. Yeah, so you can go ahead and detach him there at the waist for more mix and match possibilities. So yeah, I like this guy a lot. I definitely recommend checking him out. I do think he's going to be in Wave 3 of the Mini-Pla. So if you don't want to get the Change Hero version and you just want to wait and get the Mini-Pla version, that is an option. But I kind of like having both because they are a little different and it gives you more options for display, like having one by itself. Maybe you want one in both modes. Maybe you want one with an altar, one without. And I feel like they're reasonably priced, so it kind of makes sense. It's not going to break the bank if you do want to get both. So, yeah, I like them a lot. Definitely recommend checking them out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.